This video is brought to you by Ageless Geeks.
Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, this is Anthony, aka Batbomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of the amazing Yamaguchi Revoltech Venom. Now, taking a look at the front, we can see that the figure is showcased in your standard Revoltech window box packaging. Turning the box around, we can see multiple images and comic book-like panels showcasing the figure in multiple posing positions with his different interchangeable parts and accessories. So with the box out of the way, let's crack this figure open and see what we have inside. And here's Venom out of the box. And man, I am super stoked to have this guy in my collection because I actually missed the first release of this figure, and since they had a reissue, I just had to snag him up, and he is one big, beefy, and rad action figure. I am super happy to add him to the Marvel Revoltech shelf. So before we take a closer look at the figure, let's take a look at his accessories. So Venom does come with a decent amount of accessories. Starting off, he comes with his standard Revoltech stand, 2 interchangeable eyepieces, his tongue, and 4 symbiote tendrils. So with the accessories out of the way, let's take a closer look at the Revoltech Venom. Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at Venom. And yes, super happy to have this. I love it so much, as I love every Revoltech Marvel figure that I've got in my hands. Venom is super dope. So let's start off with that head sculpt first and foremost. That looks killer, man. The teeth and the paint apps are just so well done. I love the eyes, how just really rad that looks. And looking at it from a profile, just how that jaw is. I mean, that is just like crazy McFarlane-esque with that really crazy jaw. And I love it, dude. It looks so freaking good. Everything about that just looks amazing. Now, what's really nice is that this actual dome piece right here can actually be pulled off like that, and this is a separate piece. So what you can do, you can actually switch it for the other one that we get like so. Put that on right there. It's just a little peg just like that, and we can slide that on like so, and now we have a different look for Venom, which looks incredible too. And you can see how it's more of one big eye on his left side and then a more squinty eye on the right side, which is really nice, dude. And I love that. And that's a very classic Venom. I love that. Just so well done. Man, Revoltech just kills it. That's very innovative. I never would have thought of just replacing like his skull piece like that to do the eyes. That's really cool. So now the jaw is articulated. You can open it up and you can see the mouth in there. It's really cool. We can see the peg hole in there. That's because the tongue is separate like that. And we can actually just plug this in like so. And there you go. And that tongue looks amazing. It has this really nice glossy paint to it, so it looks like it's wet. Just so dope, man. I love it so much. And man, that is a killer Venom figure. Ooh, I love it so bad. Okay, the rest of the figure is so awesome. The proportions are nuts, you know, as to expect from a Revoltech figure. It just looks really cool. And man, the paint apps and the muscle structure are just fantastic. Really simple as far as the paint goes. It has a little bits of white, then with that really crazy like iridescent blue and purple throughout the entire figure. And it's really cool because they didn't use black. They used this really iridescent paint, and it's kind of metallic, so it almost makes it look like it's shiny and glossy, which works for a symbiote in my opinion. But the structure of the muscles, I mean, dude, look at that. That is crazy dope. The hands are well done, his abs and all that, and you see how his legs look kind of like veiny and whatnot. I mean, that's so dope. His feet there look really good. I love this dude. It's so badass. He's got a really tight butt, so that's pretty funny. But man, with the big Venom logo on the back, just looks super good. Man, this is awesome. I love how you get the little like symbiote pieces like flaring off of his arms like that, just to make it look like this thing is alive. Just so freaking dope, man. And, ooh, oh my god, I've been drooling over this thing. I know a lot of people didn't like this figure. I'm not one of them. I think this guy's awesome. It's just a very cool looking piece, man. Really, really rad. Okay, so aesthetically, I think he's great. I've established that. So now let's take a look at his accessories. So we do get the standard Revoltech stand that we get with all figures. I love it. There is ways to like plug it into like the port right here in the center. That port is at an angle, so it's a little awkward, but you can do it. Or if you like hunch him over, you can kind of get it like stuck in the little back like that. So there's ways to do it, get arrow poses, and you'll see pictures at the end and stuff that work out really nice. So, all right, his accessories go. Talk about the tongue, talk about the dome piece. We also do get these tendrils that are really dope. I think these are so well done, much like the Carnage figure, but these are just more thicker and bigger. They're turned into like blades. I think it's really cool. These are articulated as well. You see different Revoltech joints on there, and you can just plug these onto his back. There are multiple ports, so you can just get one in here like so, like that. Then we get these smaller ones. We do have a couple smaller ones in here, so let me get this big one in here first. We could get that on there like so, if that actually wants to work out good. So like that, I think that's awesome. That just looks so freaking good. Now you can plug these on the back like so, because there are multiple ports, so you can get them like that. Or these actual tendrils right here, the bigger tendrils, do have spots where you can actually plug in the smaller tendrils like that, so you could do all kinds of cool stuff. So it's just really crazy. You could totally play with it and just see all the wild things you could do with these things that work out very cool. And man, oh my god, just again, the pictures at the end will show you. I had a lot of fun posing this guy around. He's just really wicked. You could actually even take off at the forearm like that, and then take off the peg right here on one of these tendrils and plug that in, and you can make it look like he's shooting off his arm as a tendril like that with a blade and stuff. You'll see pictures, but dude, it was so freaking rad. Man, I love this figure, dude. I really do. It's so well done, and I don't understand why a lot of people didn't like this figure. I'm guessing it's because the whole Revoltech joints and things like that, and you know, he doesn't stand straight. Sure, but I don't care. He's totally awesome to me. And when you get him next to characters like Spider-Man, I mean, here's a Spider-Man Revoltech figure, and you can really see how bulky he is and just big and massive he is compared to Spider-Man. That's super dope, dude. I love this so much. Just what a great figure. Okay, so now let's check out his articulation, because that is definitely the highlight of this figure and pretty much any Revoltech figure. So the head and the neck are on ball joints, so you can see how that neck works just like that. The head rotates independently like so. The jaw is on a hinge, so you can open that on. The tongue is hinged, like swivels like that, and a hinge, so you can spin it around and do all kinds of different things. So it's just really crazy how much you can actually do. The tendrils back here can rotate, you know, go up and down in multiple areas. I just think that's awesome. We got all these joints even at those, which is just crazy. Now this whole shoulder section right here, all throughout that, can be rotated like so. That is on a hinge like that. So the really, you know, a lot of people don't like the fact that you can't get his arms down to his sides. It's pretty much like always just bulky like that. So if you, the closest thing you could do is like kind of bring these forward and then have these down to the sides like that. That's the closest thing you could get to actually having them pretty on in like a vanilla pose. You know what I mean? The only thing is his shoulders are really far forward. To me, I don't mind. I think it looks pretty good either way. But that's how you have to do that. These shoulders are actually on those Revoltech joints too, so those swivel. You can actually bring the arms all the way across like that, up and down like so, rotate, all kinds of good stuff. Revoltech joints that are nice and ratcheted at the elbow, really good bend like so. Rotation at the wrist, as well as a hinge at the wrists. The fingers are actually articulated, so you got the index finger, the middle finger, and then the ring finger and the pinky are together, and even the thumb can rotate like that, so that's really cool. Oh man, this is such a beast of a figure. I'm really glad I got to get the reissue, because I regret not getting that original release. It's man, I'm so happy to have it now though. Either way, so we got a double ball peg in the midsection right here that goes into the crotch and into his upper torso. So that rolls around like so, pivot side to side, crunches forward all the way that much, which is crazy, all the way back like so. We got hip joints that kick forward that far, back not so much, because his butt is so big and tight, you can't really kick far all that much. You can rotate a bit at the thigh right here, just a tiny bit. You can do the splits about that far, so that's pretty good. I wish we could do a little more, but that's not terrible. We got a single bend at the knee, bends it about that far, which is really good. We got a Revoltech joint at the ankle, so it goes up and down, rotate, really nice ankle rocker, and then we do get toe articulation. So overall, I love this thing. I am super happy to have it. Again, super glad that I got the reissue since I missed out on the original release. And man, just another great addition to the Revoltech collection, because this guy is definitely a must get. So for a quick size comparison, here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool figure, as well as a DCUC Batman figure. And for your Revoltech comparison, here he is standing next to the Revo Spider-Man and Carnage figures. And for your Venom comparison, here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends Venom. And just for fun, here he is standing next to little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys, my review of the amazing Yamaguchi Revoltech Venom. Now overall, I just think this is a monstrous action figure, and me being a Venom fan, this guy is a masterpiece. Now if you don't like Revoltech joints, then you're probably going to hate this guy. But if you love insane articulation and amazing detail, then this Venom figure is definitely one of the best ones to get. He is such a rad action figure, and I think he would be great for all of your collections. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.